So fantastic that you're all here. Congratulations again. And I think we're each going to have a little word or two, and then we're going to have maybe a special guest. And I'd like to start with Emanuele Quintarelli. He is director of the Rendanheyi Open Source Research Center in Rome. He has been an advisor to ASA, to VAR, to Bosch, to many organizations that are on this Rendanheyi journal that are eager to follow the higher model. And we'd love to hear a little bit about your work and what are some of the kind of key challenges in, we'll get a microphone please. What have been some of the key challenges in helping organizations adopt this new model?
Thanks so much, Gary, and it's really an honor to be here. Boundaryless, the boutique consulting firm I'm a partner at, considers the Rendanheyi the inspiration, the foundation, and the archetype for a different kind of organization. Organizations that are entrepreneurial, ecosystemic, customer-driven, and ready for the IoT era, as we heard. We are often asked by companies, why should we be interested into the Rendanheyi? Well, I think that thanks to the Rendanheyi for the last 5 years, we had the opportunity to help dozens of organizations to get rid of bureaucracy, a problem that you, Gary, discussed a lot, to distribute power and freedom to every employee, but also to become scalable incubators of many new businesses, uniquely maintaining the coherence and speed that our organizations want today. Well, among the many organizations we have the fortune to collaborate with and learn from, I can mention Make, a IT provider, PPT, a power utility in Thailand, but also we have Clinica Foglianini, the largest private hospital in Bolivia, and we have Intesa Sanpaolo, one of the largest banks in Europe. And you heard about ASA Group, about VAR Group. We had the chance to collaborate with Area Europe, and last but not least, we will talk about Bosch MPS, the mobility player within the Bosch space. Well, each one of them has seen an increased employee activation and motivation, higher innovation, stronger business growth, stronger productivity, but most of all, each one of them is moving towards zero distance. They are unleashing human value. They are tapping into ecosystemic contracts. And finally, they're sharing the value added with all the parties, all the stakeholders, both within and across companies' boundaries. So we are really seeing something extraordinary, and we are lucky to be part of this evolution. And since Bosch MPS is among them, and in line with the spirit of this year forum of the intelligent and interactive ecosystem, I have the pleasure to introduce Prashanth AI from MPS as an AI in conversation with Professor Gary Emanuele. So, okay. Professor,
well, thank you, Emanuele. Thank you for this introduction. So, Prashanth AI from Bosch, thank you for joining us, and I wonder if you'd like to say hello to everyone.
Namaskara to the entrepreneurs at Hire and to those who embrace the philosophy of Rendanheyi. Greetings from Bosch MPS.
So at Bosch MPS, you've been on this journey to implement Rendanheyi. What has changed? What are the key steps that you've taken?
Bosch MPS decided to enable an ecosystem of collaboration by becoming a platform. For us, a platform is a set of digital and cultural mechanisms through which both internal and external actors can receive investments and shared services, incubate and launch new products, be kept accountable for stretchy customer-centric targets, create and share value according to transparent agreements. These are some of the building blocks we introduced to enable employees, partners, and customers to interact. In order to make this possible though, Bosch MPS had to create a safe space for experimentation on new taxonomies, technologies, business models, and organizational structures. We are now making this transition visible to demonstrate that we walk the talk. We are now evolving by piloting new ways of recognizing opportunities, think about profit sharing in the ecosystem, collaborating to deliver business results, think about ecosystemic contracts, newer ways of embracing a not invented here culture by holding the space both to internal and external entrepreneurs, system thinking concepts through a network of micro enterprises. These seeds will eventually becoming fruit-bearing trees, but we need to have the patience for the bamboo and other fruits to emerge.
So that's a very impressive list of changes thus far. Of all of those changes, what are you most proud of?
I would relate to this quote from Kung Fu Panda that makes me proud. Even in a large organization like Bosch, every step leaves a footprint, no matter how small it is. It's time to recognize these small steps.
So so thank you to Prashanth. He couldn't be here, but he was here virtually. I do want to follow up with one question, Emanuele. You talked about doing this work in a large bank. So banks are like not zero distance, they're maximum infinite bureaucracy. So what was the kind of most interesting challenge you faced so far in doing this work inside of a bank?
This is not only true for banks, but also for regulated industries. The first reaction is, you must be crazy. Mm-hmm. You want us to do this? You'll get in trouble. But at the end of the journey, you see hundreds of managers that have been very successful through a different paradigm, embrace this new mindset. And you see them actually becoming the champions of the transformation. That's for me amazing. It takes a bit of patience, a bit of faith, I would say, and lots of energy in evolving and experimenting.
So if people create the space for this kind of experimentation, the enthusiasm it generates becomes, in your experience, self-sustaining and powers the process forward.
It becomes, if you want, exponential.
Exponential. Even better. Stuart, you're going to introduce our next guest. Thank you again to Emanuele.